Warning, censorship. Warning, censorship.
And at the end of the day, I signed up for a lot of things when I became a business owner, like sleepless nights. I did not sign up to discriminate against people coming in here. I didn't.
Sheila Gunn-Reid for Rebel News, and I'm here in Beaumont, Alberta at Bake My Day with Jen. She's the owner and the manager here. And Jen, you have decided that you are not checking for vaccination status before customers come in.
Yep, that's right.
And why is that?
Because it's just insanity. We all know that. And at the end of the day, I signed up for a lot of things when I became a business owner, like sleepless nights. I did not sign up to discriminate against people coming in here. I didn't.
And from what I understand, it's a bit of a moral stance for you because you're a bakery, you have some eat-in spots in the bakery here, but you'll be fine if you move strictly to takeout only and you don't have to check for vaccination status. You just don't want to be forced to make that decision.
Yeah, it's not my responsibility to make that decision. And yeah, like you said, since the pandemic started, every time they said, close down your dining, I closed down my dining. Go to takeout, did takeout. I've abided by all of it from day one. And yeah, we've been fine. We've had a lot of support. But this is where I drew the line. I said, this is enough. There are a lot of people that have reached out to me and said that they're scared to stand up against things. And they said, thank you. And they hoped that it would bring other people to stand up against this. So if I can get one more person, another person to stand up, then I think I'm doing an okay job, but it's really hard.
So is that your message to other business owners, that the onus is on you to make a stand, not just for your customers, but for the human rights of everybody?
Yes, but I understand too that it's terrifying for them to do that, and myself included. Like as you walked up to the door, I have a closure notice on my door. I don't know what happens next because when AHS came in here, one, they weren't willing to answer my questions. Two, when I asked questions, they got very irritated with me. And three, at the end of the conversation, they said, are you going to comply with the REP? And I said, no, I will do takeout. But if a customer comes in here and there's some sort of altercation, I will not put my employees at risk for that because I've actually had altercations with customers over cakes. And I'm like, this is so much bigger than a cake. It's going to happen. So I said, I will abide by takeout. But if there's an altercation, I won't put my employees through that. They still stuck it up on the door. So I don't know when they're coming back. They haven't told me what next steps are. So I have no idea what's coming, and it's terrifying.
Well, and that's the thing too, is that I don't think a lot of people know what's coming. Business owners, the rules are changing so fast, it's hard to follow them. Likewise with the public in general, the rules of what you're allowed to do changes day by day, and if you don't follow them, your entire life can be ruined.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. And I've been trying to keep up with it, and they actually just sent out an email September 29th clarifying what was okay and what wasn't. And I read through that email 3 or 4 times. I haven't slept to read through that email, and there's actually a spot in it that says if you're going to collect information from customers, you should talk to a lawyer before you do so. And I'm thinking, why do you have to talk to a lawyer if all of this stuff that they're saying to do is completely normal and you're okay to ask it? It just doesn't make any sense to me. None of it makes any sense. So,
Jen, you also do something else in your store here, and that is support local businesses. So when you are closed to customers, the other local businesses are hurting too.
Yeah. Actually, the lady who, she's called Candidly Handcrafted, she makes the scarves, the toques. She actually had a load of toques ready to go because she does markets. Well, the market was canceled, and I saw that, and I was just like, you know what? Like, if I can help her out, I will. So, and she does wholesale. So I grabbed a bunch and put them on my shelf. They're selling great, and they're so warm and comfy. But yeah, if I can help another business, like we're all suffering right now, all of us. So, just seems right.
You were also telling me that Alberta Health Services showed up on Truth and Reconciliation Day. You're Indigenous, you had Indigenous dancers outside, and Alberta Health Services came to disrupt, I guess, everything.
Yeah, because we were busy and we had, people were coming in for mostly the bannock and the soup, because I actually had a woman who is also Indigenous. She came in here and made bannock all day and soup. And so, yeah, I posted that we were doing this, that everyone should come and, support these people and learn. And yeah, AHS showed up with 2 men. Literally 2 minutes before the dancers were supposed to start, I was busy getting everything ready. And I just said, you're not welcome here right now. I was like, it is National Truth and Reconciliation Day, and they refused to acknowledge it. And when they came in again a few days ago, I don't even remember what day that was, but I said, what day did you come in on? And he said September 30th. I said, what day was that? And he said September 30th. I said, it was it was Truth and Reconciliation Day, and he refused to acknowledge it. And it made me so angry. And I've had a couple people reach out and say, oh, well, you're just using Indigenous people. No, I am not. Everybody should acknowledge that day. Everybody should learn from it. And I actually, people were thinking that I was profiting off of this, and I didn't. Any money that I brought in that day went right back out to the dancers, to the caterer that came in to bake, and I donated the rest to the Wenjack and Chani Wenjack Fund. So I wasn't profiting off of their pain. I just think it's awful. So anyways, yeah, that's when they came in. It was September 30th, so.
Jen, if you had a message for other business owners who are sort of in your same position where you want to be open, you want to serve your customers, good food, but you don't want to pry into their personal lives or their medical history, what's your message for them?
At the end of the day, I think you just need to do what you feel is right. As soon as they decided, oh, you need to segregate people, everything in me was like, this is not right. And I do have one thing that I am doing that AHS probably shouldn't know, so I don't know if you want to put this part on, but when customers come in, we ask them now if they have brought in their passport, and we let them know that they have the right to deny. They don't have to show us. That is their right. And the only thing that will happen is if I call the cops or whoever to come and remove them from my business, that's where it's a problem. But I'm not going to call the cops on a customer who's sitting down and eating lunch. So technically I am doing what they've asked me to do. I'm asking for passports. Whether or not the customer wants to provide that, that is their choice. So.
Now, Jen, I've offered you some of our door stickers. They say, we won't ask about your vaccination status. I think this signals to the world that you're ready to sort of reset the damaged relationship with your customers, because you have a relationship with your customers, but there seems to be a third person in the relationship, and that's the government. And this one here says, we won't ask, we won't discriminate based on age, sex, religion, race, sexual orientation, or vaccination status. I'm old enough to remember when asking about someone's medical history was a violation of their human rights.
It still is.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to stick these up. Thank you very much for bringing those.
I'm so glad. And if there are businesses out there who want one of these beautiful we won't ask stickers signaling to the world that you just want to mind your own business while you're doing business, you can go to wewon'task.com. Jen, how do people find you? Because I think people they're really going to want to support a small business owner, a small business woman, by the way, who is willing to make a stand against the government in the interest of not being a segregationist.
We're on Instagram and we're on Facebook. It's just under Bake My Day. Instagram is Bake My Day Beaumont. And then we also have a website. I continue to post things. We're all over social media. So.
And Jen, I can't advise you to break the law, but if you do get in trouble, you do get a fine, please reach out to us again at Rebel News. We'll help you through our Fight the Fines program, where we put people in touch with top criminal lawyers at no cost to them.
Okay. Thank you so much.
For Rebel News here in Beaumont, Alberta, I'm Sheila Gunreed with Jen, the owner of Bake My Day, who proudly says that she is not going to ask about the vaccination status of her customers. If you're a small business owner like Jen here at Bake My Day in Beaumont, who just wants to serve customers and not violate their medical privacy, reach out to us at wewon'task.com. We'll send you some really great stickers signaling to the world that you are going to respect the privacy of your customers, and we just might come out and tell your story. Again, that special website is wewon'task.com.